speaking of superhuman, joining us now on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline, Colton Shaver, BYU baseball DH, first baseman, catcher. You do it all, Colton. Thanks for joining the program today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And I'm not no superhuman like Taysom Hill, but thanks for the credit.
So now, how are things going for you? What have you been doing? You were tearing up the Cape Cod League. You were named the league's player of the week. How have things been going for you?
It's been going great. It's a lot of fun out here. It's fun playing with all these new guys, and it's fun just competing at this level.
Colton, if you were named the league's player of the week, you got to give yourself some credit of having some superhuman power and some strength, man. If you know, there's some superheroes that I like in some groups, and everybody has a special feature or function. And there's obviously some, like Superman, I would say, is like just the almighty, right? And so if you don't consider yourself something like that, maybe we say that Taysom is, what do you consider yourself and the type of superhero that you would compare yourself with?
Ooh, that's a tough one. How about Wario? Wario off of the Mario Brothers?
Wario?
Wario.
That's not a superhero.
All right.
He's a superhero in my book.
No, you know what? He is a superhero. I just don't know about his powers. So give me some comparisons. Why would you choose Wario?
Well, he always had that. It wasn't always the fastest car on the game, but it was one of the more powerful ones.
Okay.
Also, he had a mean-looking mustache too, like the other one. He just didn't get enough credit for it.
Hey, he could have easily been part of the Mustache Mafia, right?
Oh, easily. Easily. He could have helped us win a couple more games too with that mustache.
So now, Colton, the Cape Cod League is a pretty exclusive summer baseball league. I know it's by invite only. I heard Coach Littlewood saying that it may be the best baseball summer league out there. How did this opportunity – now, correct me if I'm wrong. It's Wareham, not Wareham, right? The Wareham Gateman. How did that present itself?
Actually, it is Wareham.
It is Wareham. Oh, I assumed it was Wareham.
That's how they say it out here. They say it Wareham.
Wareham.
Wow, okay. So how did the opportunity present itself to go into this very exclusive summer league?
Well, the general manager, Andrew Lang, just made some calls to coach, and they just worked it out and got me out here. I honestly don't know the full details. I just know that Wareham is what they say, and I'm here to play for the summer. It's going to be fun. What
makes this league so exclusive and one of the best, if not the best, summer baseball league in the country?
Well, it's been that way for however many years it started, like however long it's been going, and they try to make it as competitive as it can be. They bring in a lot of the best kids in the country. Whoever's not been drafted, whoever is not doing Team USA, they bring those kids in, and it's an everyday grind to get better and compete at the highest level.
Colton, how would you compare yourself with the kids that are playing there right now, and maybe even the kids that you know that have a great chance to make it and get drafted?
I compare myself pretty well, especially with my bat. I know I can compete up here with my bat. The pitching, it's really good, and it's a wood bat league, which makes it a little bit harder. But with all the work that we put in with our coach, Jerry Weinstein, he's helping us become where we want, or he helps us get to where we want to go and be able to compete with the rest of the competition out here.
So when I was in junior college, I would go up against kids that had scholarships to like Nebraska and Missouri, and I would just dominate them. And I would say, oh my gosh, I can make it. If this guy is going to Missouri, I can definitely go somewhere. Have you had one of those moments in a camp like this where you've compared yourself that much to a big time star?
No, not really. Just because a lot of them still haven't been able to come in yet. A lot of them are still in the Super Regionals and the College World Series, so not everyone's made it here yet. But I do know that when we play some of these teams that have like the big name colleges from the SEC, ACC, all that, I'm competing well, and they know how to do their thing, and I know that they're working on stuff to become better at their game. And I respect that, hey, they're probably not on their best days. They're working on stuff, but I know that I'm going to try to do my best to make sure that I look like I'm playing at their level, if not higher.
Happy to have BYU Baseball's Colton Shaver on BYU Sports Nation. He's playing with the Wareham Gatemen of the Cape Cod League. How much, Colton, has it helped getting right back on the field and playing baseball again? How much has that helped getting over the way that the season ended?
No, it helps out a lot because, we had a good season. We didn't finish at the end, but it's good to get back out here and to start competing again and trying to get better for next year.
Colton, you finished this past year with phenomenal numbers. How did you feel about your performance?
I felt good about it. I felt like I worked hard. I tried to get better every day. I feel like the end of the season, I didn't finish up how I wanted to. I definitely didn't do everything I could to help out the team, but I'm looking forward to next year coming back in and trying to do the opposite and help the team out when we need it.
What are some of your specific goals headed into this next season based off of this last season and how you finished the last season?
I know one big goal that me and Coach has talked about is just getting better defensively so I can find a spot and just be able to help out the team that way. Also just being able to keep a steady mind at the plate when things aren't going well and not letting it escalate to how the season ended for me.
I know it's one of those things where clearly, as you mentioned, both for the team and for yourself, as you said, you weren't pleased with the way that things ended. But overall, I don't know how anybody can look at this past season and not think it was a success. How will you remember this past BYU season?
I remember it just by how we all got along together. Like the freshmen coming in, they were amazing. They were great teammates. They worked hard. And the upperclassmen bonded well with the young guys, and it was just a great team with a great team chemistry. It was a fun year, and it's definitely a season to remember.
Well, you mentioned all of the freshmen that came in and just performed admirably. I mean, you can't say enough about what you saw out of the freshmen. Keaton Kringlin and Daniel Schneeman. Guys like that, just unbelievable. As is the case, though, with every season, BYU has guys going out, players coming in. What excites you about next year for this team? When you think about all the pieces that are coming back, some of the new additions, what gets you excited about the upcoming season?
I'm excited by just like the talent that we have coming back, and I know Keaton's going to come in. He's going to have a year under his belt, and he's going to be working extremely hard. Schneeman's going to be the same way. He's going to be better than what he was this year, which is kind of hard to say because he had a great year, but he's going to be better than what he did last season. I know the new guys coming in, they're just going to fit right in with how we work. I've met a couple of them, and I know they're going to be guys coming in to work hard and help us get to the next level.
Colton, besides joining these summer leagues, what do you do and focus on throughout the off season so that you are staying on top of your game and quite frankly just not being bored?
Yeah, baseball definitely doesn't keep you bored because there's always something to do to get better. And this off season, I'm working hard on just working defensive skills, defensive quickness overall, and just training every day to help my bat get better. You can always get better.
You had a couple of teammates drafted this past weekend in the Major League Baseball draft. Both players went in the 11th round. Brennan Lund went to the Los Angeles Angels. I almost said Anaheim Angels. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And Mike Rucker, ace pitcher, goes to the Chicago Cubs. Obviously, I know you're happy for them. Have you had a chance to talk with them and kind of talk to them about what the experience was like?
I haven't been able to reach out to Ruck, but I've talked to Lund, and I can tell you that he's super excited. He's very grateful, and he's honored for the opportunity that is set forth for him. And I know that both of them are going to be out there working their tails off, trying to rep the Y and bring us a good name and bring a good name for themselves.
Around this time of year, when the draft comes around, does it get you excited about when the time will come, when that day comes for you, when that will be a reality?
I try not to think about it too much because it could overwhelm you a little bit. So I try to go one day at a time, and if the time comes, and the time will come, and I'll take grasp of it and make the best of the opportunity.
So I know you said you're trying to think about it, but I'm going to go right back to to it. Have you heard from the coaching staff of just any scouts that are showing interest of you right now?
No, I haven't heard too much. I've gotten a couple letters, but no words have really been exchanged too much, and we're going day by day and trying to get better so that the opportunity can be worthwhile.
So, Colton, do you get to take your walk-up song with you to the Wareham Gateman? Do you get to? And you're gonna have to remind me. I heard it every game, but I still don't know what the name of that song is.
Well, it is King Kong. That's the name of the song.
It is King Kong. Yeah, that's
it
what you said.
I said it's something to do with King Kong. Little did I know I was actually saying the name.
Yeah, it's by Jibs. So that was the name. And no, they didn't ask for walk-up songs, so I get to bear with what they give me out here.
I always loved when the song was being played to look over at the opposition and watch them as you walked up to the plate and putting the fear in the opposition. I always love that. Colton Shaver joining us here on BYU Sports Nation. How about we give Colton some of the BYU Sports Nation karma as he continues Summer League? Oh, holding hands. I forgot that Brian likes to hold hands during this.
Let's point our hands towards the camera, to Colton, so he can get
All right,
that.
Colton,
I'm reaching back out at you.
There we go. That's what we like to hear. There's some BYU Sports Nation karma. Continued success in the Cape Cod lead. We can't wait to get you back here in Provo, and upcoming BYU baseball season should be an exciting one. Thanks, Colton. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
You bet. That's Colton Shaver on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline.